Hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon, I suppose. There he is. What do you mean there I am? We've been alive for 3 minutes. Can you guys not go 3 minutes? You guys can't watch the starting soon screen for 3 minutes without freaking out? What's going on, huh? You left us? I didn't leave you at all. You're crazy. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Girls sponsored pre-stream. That's befitting. That's befitting of a femboy, right? I got my smoker's cough. Oh, I don't think I should have a smoker's cough. I think I don't know. Like low key, I'm kind of concerned because I don't think I should. I don't think it's normal to be coughing like that at my age when I don't smoke. What's a pre-stream? Living up to the name, I see. Dummy 40. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nah, the air's just fucked. The air might be fucked, but I'm the only one I know who coughs like that among my friends. Taiga, do you have the same cold everyone in our province has right now? No. No, I just have a really bad cough. And I always have. I've always kind of just had it. Like, to the point where I think it's, like, onset, like, lung cancer or something. I don't know, man. I need to get it checked out. I need to get it checked out, just in case. I've been trying to get it checked out for the last goddamn 5 fucking years, but there's a doctor shortage in Canada. I literally just can't, like, I don't have it, there's no clinic I can just, I don't know. Like, I guess I could go to the merge, but it's just like a cough, like, I'm not dying, or at least not that I know of. Like, it's just a cough. It's just a cough, but I haven't been able to actually get it, like, checked the fuck out properly for literally, like, 5 years. Like, since I started streaming. So, just say you're asthmatic. That way it seems cute. I did used to have asthma as a kid, to be fair. But, still not ideal. Still not ideal. But anyway, welcome. We're going to be playing Girls. Noxy, could you link? Could you promote the game? Promote the game. Promote the game in the chat, okay?
Hello, Sinner.
You might have to see the doctor. Well, the plan is to see a doctor. Obviously the plan is to see a doctor, but I can't see a doctor because of the doctor shortage within Canada, which is not my fault.
The Outer Carolina Reapers started a new hype train.
MH, thank you for the $1 donation.
Thearamage donated $1. I can check you out, you woo. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Thank you.
Cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer. 55 3 minutes without Tiago was killing me.
So, we're gonna do a pre-stream here. Okay, we're just gonna yap a bit, talk about the game, talk about lots of things, and then the official sponsored segment is we're gonna go over to Picarto. I'm gonna end stream here, and then we're gonna go over to Picarto, and then we're gonna go live there where we can play the game without any without any interruptions, if you know what I mean. And Twitch likes to be super picky over what you can and can't say, and I don't want to do anything that'll get me banned. So make your Picarto accounts now, chat. No femboys allowed. Exactly. Exactly. Also, Girls is 40% off right now until November 4th. So if you guys want to play the game for yourself and do a run that I haven't done, hey Taiga, I bought you Picarto Premium. Be sure to turn on recording settings before we move over so the VOD is saved. I'll do that right now. I will literally do that right now. How do I do that? Because I will forget. Because I will forget. Yeah, tell me where to do that. Do I go to dashboard or... Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. How are you? I'm super excited to be playing this game again. We've been trying to plan this for a while. I'm really bad at planning things nowadays. I don't know what it is with me, man. I have a hard time just getting my head in the goddamn game and locking in, you know? Have you eaten anything, Taiga? I had some breakfast before I started stream in the morning, around like 7 or 8 or 9, and then I took a nap. And then I'm here. So like I ate, but I slept, and it was hours ago that I ate. So I don't know if that counts, but we're here.
Spooky, very spooky. What's that? It's a skeleton.
Hey, how's it going?
Taiga is best girl. When are you getting added to the game?
I don't
Even
think
just as a cosmetic
I'm
over
already
an
in the
existing
game.
character would
I'm
be
already
fine
in the
free.
game. I'm Nanase, dude. If you want to get the TaigaHolic experience, if you want the TaigaHolic experience, just do the Nanase route, okay? Just do Nanase. I really do love this game. We played it a couple years ago, obviously. We did like a full run through, and we got a pretty good ending, I think. I was satisfied. And that was back when it was still on Steam. Since then, it is still on Steam. The game is still on Steam, but since then, they removed the game as a category from Twitch, which means, like, technically, I can't play this game on Twitch for some reason, even though it's not safe, even though there's like not safer work options, or safer work options rather. So I don't want to risk it. That's why we're moving over to Picarta, just to be extra safe. This is a true statement. I played it, Nanase and Tiger are indeed the same person. It's true, we're the same person. Maybe the devs, will the devs add you to voice Nanase if they add voices? I would love the voice. I'll voice any character they want if they want to add voices, and I'll do it for free. Maybe not for free. I'll do it for like $5 and a hoagie. But we need to voice them. We'll be voicing them all day today, so don't worry. Don't worry. It'll be a good time, I promise. But yeah, I would love to voice one of the characters if they ever think about voice acting. They totally should. Funboy Fitness, thank you for the Fitness Funboy. Thank you for the 1 bit, by the way. And thank you for the subs, guys, as well. How are you guys doing? A hoagie? Greed incarnate. I mean, maybe like a little bit of whatever's in the budget. Whatever's in the budget, I'll voice that. I'll voice it for that. You know, because I'm fully aware. I'm keenly aware that, you know, this is a passion project, okay? So they're not made of money, and that's okay. And I'm not really looking, I'm not looking to get rich here. I'm an amateur voice actor, so I'll do it for free. I don't care. I love this game. I cosplayed Nanase. I don't know if you guys saw. I had another picture I was gonna post for today, but I couldn't get it edited in time. The person I usually get to do my edits wasn't responding, so I guess I could just post it unedited. Like, it's still cute. It's still cute, I guess. If you guys go and buy the game, or we hit like, I don't know, how many subs for a cute cosplay photo of Nanase for another one. This is like I took a dozen when I took these all when I was trying on the outfit for the first time. And I still have a couple good ones left. Enable recordings, subscriber only no, I don't want subscriber only recordings. You're able to keep your recording saved, but only for 12 slots. Okay. I enabled recordings. If that's what I have to do, I did that. I did it. 500,000 subscribers. I don't know if we hit like a 1,100. I'll post it. Not today, but like actually, okay, maybe for like the end of the month. It should be a goal for the end of the month. If we can hit, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll just anything. Just give me 5 subs. I'll do it for free. What can I say? How did they hope you're doing well? Hope you guys are doing as well. Dude, there's been so much happening. There's so much to talk about. The new Mega Evolutions, I finally got to look at them all. My God. I want to say, like, I don't want to shit over all the Mega Evolutions in Pokemon ZA, but I will say, there are some fucking stinkers in there. And there are ones that are bad, and like Starmie. Starmie is like funny. Starmie is like a funny Mega Evolution. but I think it's a lazy, I think it's a not very creative Mega Evolution. I know, I keep hearing about the inspiration. I know what the inspiration for Mega Starmie was. That doesn't make it good. I think that was a little lazy of them, a little uncreative. It makes me laugh. Like it's the least bad Mega because it makes me laugh. But the other ones, they got like 3 good looking Megas. I think they have a little more than 3. How should we address you? You should address me as senpai, sensei. Actually, sensei. I earned my black belt. You should address me as sensei or master, or Hime-sama, Ojo-sama, anything like that, you know? King Taiga. Address me as King Taiga. Your Majesty. I'm sure Mega starting was made to be silly on purpose. It fits Japanese humor. I'm sure it was, but there are funny Mega evolutions that are funny and also like effectively change the design. Mega Starmie is the only Mega evolution we've ever gotten that's meant to be funny, but also just doesn't actually change the design in any way. They extended the legs and then did nothing else, which is usually not their style for Mega evolutions. I think they could have made it a Gigantamax. I think that should have been saved for like Gigantamaxing, and then they should have gave it like an actual Mega. You know? If you want to guide Giganta whatever, the Starmie, just then make its legs fucking huge, right? Why waste potential Megas on doing the exact same thing when the whole point is that they're supposed to look different? Hi Taiga, how did you voice train to get your voice, or is it natural? I voice trained. I think everybody has to voice train. Voice actors have to voice train. Anyone telling you they didn't have to voice train is lying. So yeah, I voice trained. I totally voice trained. When I started, I went live. I was gonna go live, right? Here's my story. I don't know if I told this before. But there was a trend going around in the VTuber community back when I first started, where everybody would post a short clip, like a close-up of their model, and then say something like, Poggers! And I said it, I jumped in on that. I was like, Poggers! Or something, right? And that was that. And then I realized, wait, I said that way too cute. I can't talk like that full time. I need to learn how to talk like that all the time. Otherwise, people will think I lied to them. I was really scared of like people thinking that I lied to them, realizing that I was a girl or a boy, and then getting super disappointed when I went live. So I worked super hard to I don't know, cause like I couldn't talk like that full time. So I worked super hard to find like a voice that I could talk in during the debut that would be halfway between something cute, just something cute, you know? And then I did it. I kind of found my balance, and then I just kept talking like that after I went live for the first time. I streamed every day. I streamed every day for like a year and a half, and then when I finally got partner, I started taking it easy on the streams a bit more, and then I got canceled. But then, you know, by that time I'd already learned how to talk how I wanted to talk. Your voice is an iconic part of yourself, Taiga. It's your best perk. Thanks, I think. Thank you! I agree. I think I have a really cute voice as well. It depends on the day. Obviously, like, I just woke up, so my voice is a little hoarse. My voice is a little tired, but I'm putting on pretty well, I think, right now. I think your voice is definitely the most important part of you as a VTuber. 100%. 100%. And I can explain why. But I saw some funny tweets. Oh my god. I was on Twitter, and somebody tweeted out, I gotta go to the account that tweeted it out. An account named KyenVT tweeted out, every year, male VTubers go through the same inferiority complex phase about how it's harder being a male VTuber when you're all trying to be deep-voiced merchant cringe e-boys. No wonder you find it hard to stand out. I think it's fair. I mean, it's not, okay. It's not wrong, but I do want to say, I saw this tweet calling out male VTubers and their inferiority complex before I saw them go through their phase about having the inferiority complex. So I just want to say, like, I feel like male VTubers are kind of being preemptively thrown under the bus here because I haven't seen any like viral complaint tweets about how it's hard for them to grow yet. I haven't seen that yet. Okay, so I feel like we're kind of preemptively throwing them under the bus. They will do it if they would, like, they would have done it rather, but I feel like this person's tweet started. I feel like this person's tweet started the controversy early this year. Just preemptively like pushing back against that. It's not wrong, but also it's not entirely right either. Because I mean, let's be real. It probably is a little harder to be a male VTuber on average. There are just more male fans in the space than there are female fans. And therefore, there's more room for girls to, you know, find an audience and a niche within their niche than it is for guys on average in general. Not that it's impossible, but just that it, you know, there are less fans. Guys do just like have less fans. That's okay. That's the way it is. You know, that's just the nature of the space. There are more online dudes looking for anime girls to goon to than there are for guys looking for guys to goon to, or girls looking for guys to goon to. Because most of the girls, if you're like, you know, if you're like a hardcore Fujo or whatever, you're probably just gonna go to Niji Sanji, or Hololive, or Hollow Stars. And even Hollow Stars, like, not to say that even Hollow Stars is kind of struggling, right? They're not exactly excelling either, and they have the goddamn support of Hololive. The most successful male VTubers in the space are all in Niji Sanji. So I don't know if that tells you anything. I don't know if that says anything, but it's really hard for anybody else to compete unless they're like, you really gotta, like, if you want to make it as a male VTuber, you really have to be like parasocial as fuck with Fujoshis who are mostly like underage. It's super fucking weird. The things you gotta do to succeed, like as an indie male, are not things I would ever market my content towards. You know, most of Niji Sanji's female viewers who are obsessed with their male talents are completely underage, just like underage Chinese Fujoshis. You need the Fujo market. You need the mentally ill, young, kind of naive Fujo market. And you really need to like lean into that. And Niji Sanji, that's where Niji Sanji excels. And I think Hololive is a little scared to go there because because they have morals. But Niji Sanji doesn't. So that's kind of the difference. So yeah, no, it is definitely a little difficult being a male VTuber sometimes. I don't have the same issues because I'm a femboy, obviously, so I have a different appeal. But likewise, my target audience is equally limited because, you know, unless you're a gay male, or, you know, just really chill with like gender and expression and shit, and, you know, maybe you agree with something I say. Damn it, listen, I'm not trying to be mean, okay? But that's just the reality of the goddamn situation, alright? Alright, but that isn't to say that like male VTubers aren't also, you know, like boring as sin, because they are. But even that applies to femboys too, you know what I mean? Taiga's targeting my adult Fujoshi interests. Do you just call all of chat gay? I mean, I'm not calling all of you gay. I don't even think all of you are gay. I don't think a majority of you are gay. I think we found a really weird balance where, like, I like to think we've kind of escaped the femboy curse in that, like, I don't have to rely on like solely marketing myself, over-sexualizing myself to a bunch of like gay dudes to get viewers, you know? I like to think that I have potential as a content creator outside of my ability to, you know, be gay and do crime and such. Ugh, me? Gay? I'm just saying, like, we don't need that, you know? I mean, some of you are probably a little gay, but I'm just saying. Taiga, would you rescue me from a burning building? If the opportunity presented itself, sure, you know? Like, if I could do so safely, I would rescue anyone from a burning building if I could do so safely. If you could, like, pick your audience and control exactly who watched you, do you think you would change it? I mean, technically, yeah. Technically, yeah. I would make sure, I would make sure my audience is 100% 18 plus, no matter what, you know? So no kids could accidentally stumble across my shit, you know, because that's always an issue no matter what, as a content creator. So I'd make sure that's, you know, safe. Although I do think we do a pretty good job at moderating regardless, so. But if I could be more specific, I would get everybody to watch me. I would control everybody. I would make everybody in the universe watch me at all times. I would have iShow speed numbers. I'd have billions of followers and viewers, you know? So in that sense, like, yeah. But in general, no, I like the audience we've cultivated for the most part. I love you guys for the most part. Sometimes, like, every once a month, we'll get some really, I don't know, chat just, like, wants to be fucking stupid. And I'm just, like, not in the mood for it. So we'll get some, like, real fucking stupidity there. And that's annoying. He loves us until he gets mad at a game and then he hates us. Kind of, eh? A little bit, eh? That's just the nature of streaming, unfortunately. Yeah, that's just the nature of the beast. But in general, I like you guys. I like you guys. You're alright with me. You're alright with me. I just find this tweet really funny though, because it is true that, like, every year there's controversy about, like, male VTubers complaining about how hard it is to grow. It is, like, a repeating thing. 100% that does happen. But also, like, it's still kind of true. But also, like, talking about it in that way. I've never complained about being a male VTuber. Never. Well, maybe not never. Maybe not never. The things I complain about when it comes to being a male VTuber, it isn't, like, growth, right? Because I think that's like missing the point. For me, it's that, like, as a male VTuber, you don't really get included no matter how talented you are. Aren't you a girl, huh? Oh yeah, I'm a girl. But yeah, as a male VTuber, sometimes, like, it really sucks because no matter how talented you are, no matter what you're doing, like, with your brand or anything, like, there are just, like, tons of streamers who don't want to collab with you, like, literally just because you're a guy. And that's, like, their business, you know what I mean? But there's, like, a lot of, like, female-only girls. And then if they're a part of a thing, it means you can't be a part of that same thing, or they'll leave, and they're just gonna prioritize them. So for example, like, I can't do a lot of concerts because there are a lot of streamers who refuse to collab with dudes. So if I'm, like, even in a concert that another streamer who only collabs with girls is in, they'll either leave, which means I'm less likely to get invited back, etc., or I just won't be invited, period, you know? So that stuff kind of sucks. Oh my god, that was a chunky cough. Totally understand. It must be some very good gimmick to make many people watch male VTubers. Yeah. Well, you need to find your niche. You know, you need to find your niche. I really want to perform and do, like, stop smoking. I don't smoke. I've never smoked a day in my life. Wow, that's not true. I've, like, you know, tried smoking weed before, but you get what I mean. How are you gonna stream a visual novel on Twitch? Well, we're not. As I explained, we're doing the pre-stream here on Twitch, and then we're gonna end stream, and we're all gonna head over to Picarta, and then we're gonna go live over there. So, yeah. But I can still promote the game here, so go check out Girls. It's 40% off on Steam right now until November 4th. It's a lovely visual novel. I don't play a lot of visual novels, but this one is really well made. It's not some AI slop like some others I've seen. And granted, like, you know, I've played some okay ones, or I've heard that some of them are okay, but, like, this one's, like, 100% not AI, okay? There's a hardworking team behind this one, and you guys should go check it out. I ain't got none, unfortunately. This could be your first. This could be your first. I love Taiga, my 55-year-old chain smoker Otokonoko.
Hello, sinner.
Ew. Don't call me that. Yeah, they created it with one hand. I don't smoke weed. I don't even smoke weed that often. Taiga just dropping by to wish you a good stream. I'll join later if you're still streaming by the time I'm done with work. We'll see. I should be streaming for a while. We'll definitely be playing, like, the majority of the beach episode if I can help it. It'll be a little more chill once we're around Picard though, obviously, but yeah. Last time I did the sponsor stream, we did this where we streamed on Twitch first, cause just to be safe, and then we'll move over to Picard though, just to make sure that we can do whatever, you know, say whatever, show whatever mainly, because I don't want to miss out on the spiciness. Okay, I don't have a lot of time to play this stuff off stream, so like if I'm playing this game, I want to experience, I want to get the full experience. Seen you on the burp side, never dropped a follow here. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? How you doing? Welcome to stream. Yeah, it's a bit of a steamy stream, you know? I want to be able to goon. It's not about gooning or not gooning, okay? It's just about getting the full experience for girls. Why would I play a censored version of the game, you know? I mean, the censored version is available, of course, but like, why would I willingly choose that, you know? Mimic Reaver, thank you for the follow. To goon or not to goon? That is the question. But anyway, how are you guys doing? Welcome. Yeah, and then one of my mutuals tweeted, Hololive literally handcrafted male VTubers with everything they needed to exceed according to all metrics. I disagree with that. I think Hololive kind of leaves their male VTubers hanging a little bit. Granted, I don't even know what's going on with Niji Sanji anymore. I know Niji Sanji did a lot of concerts, but I think Hololive like barely does like anything for their males, you know? They barely actually like promote them in any way. So, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like so worth it to be like a corpo VTuber until you actually get in there and then and then they're barely doing shit for you, you know? Not barely doing shit, but like they're barely like giving you're not getting the same opportunities as your female VTuber counterparts. Men in most streaming spaces need to be at the top of their game and producing daily content of all kinds constantly. There are multiple female streamers that can get by literally yelling at their fans and calling them names. That sounds like me. Most content creators are men, and men want to see cute girls. That's just the reality of it. Yeah, here's the problem. The problem is definitely like men definitely like when they're watching VTubers, they want to watch VTubers. They want to watch cute girls doing cute things because that's something like most of them can never really like attain, probably. Even if they like, cause I don't know. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem probably worth it to a lot of male VTubers to watch other male VTubers unless like they're super chill guys or like you just have a personality for it. Or you're gay. Or you're you. or we're talking femboys, but femboys are basically girls in that sense, you know what I mean? Femboys play by the same rules girls do to an extent, which is why I think there are a lot of femboy VTubers. Not a lot, but I think like some people probably recognize that being a femboy VTuber is, you know, they play by similar rules to being just a regular girl VTuber in the sense that like, you know, the reason their viewers are watching them is a little different. Men have it worse because of men, so we should make men into cutesy VTubers. We should, but, you know, force femming isn't popular. You're not allowed to force femme people anymore. You can't do anything fun anymore with regards to femboys because, you know, somebody will just mix it up, be like, oh, you're trans. Oh, you're trans now? Cool. Oh my god, that reminds me. I saw there's a new femboy character who got announced in like some game. I forget what. I gotta check. I gotta double check because I got sent some tweets about it that I want to check out. And there straight up like is an issue, not an issue I guess, but like straight up if the West sees like a femboy character, they'll just be like, oh, they're trans. That's trans. JP, they'll be like, oh, that's an otokonoko, or like kawaii otoko, you know, cute boy. That's a cute boy, like a really cute boy, or like a femboy or otokonoko or whatever, right? They have their own word for it. But yeah, the West will just be like, oh yeah, that's trans. End of story. And it kind of made me realize, like, Not that there's like, I don't know, man. Not that this isn't something like I've already thought about it like a lot, but
Hello, sinner.
it does seem like otokonoko appears to be like, I don't want to say like the JP equivalent of trans, because I don't want to say that they're like literally the same thing, but like they're two different words for like a similar concept, and one leans more in, and they have very different cultures, I guess. They have very different cultures between the two, which is good, I guess, or that's okay, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Whereas like in the West, everything is just trans. Everything is trans. If you're not gender non-conforming in the West, just blanket trans. That's what you got. And I think that sucks. I don't know. I think that's so limiting to like creative expression and, you know, expressing yourself in general. You need the otokoko. I love the otokonoko culture. I love otokonoko culture. Taiga, can you pay my taxes? No, you can pay your taxes. You can pay your taxes all by yourself. Don't you think? I can help. I'll help out with your fem taxes if you're going through a tough time. Clearing your throat to the beat of the song is wild. Yes, a little wild. We get a little wild here in the Taiga channel. Taiga, can you guess what? I can't guess what. Trans are gay? Oh, I don't know what trans are gay. I mean, everything's a little gay. Everything's a little gay by... What the problem with everything being gay by Western standards is that, like, I don't even think that's something, like, woke people did. Woke people. What the fuck am I saying? I don't even think that's, like... It's not even, like, LGBT community's fault, okay? Alright? Like, that's very much... That's gay. We grew up in a culture where like doing anything not remotely like manly got you called gay. Okay, that's on you guys. That's on the straights. All right, you guys called everything gay, and now you get mad when everybody else calls everything gay. So that's on you. That's on you, isn't it? I blame performative allyship. I hate that. I hate performative allyship. I really do. There's so many facets to it though, because performative allyship is like, it's like a million different things, you know what I mean? Because that comes in so many forms. That comes in the form of like corpos, just selling back your culture. What do they call it? Grassrooting. What do they call it when we talked about it literally the other night? When a corpo like sells you back your own culture. That's bullshit, you know, because that's performative allyship. Astroturfing, yeah. Astroturfing is a form of performative allyship. Yeah, the Hogwarts Legacy, all the drama surrounding that shit was performative allyship. But then it comes in many different forms, you know? Sometimes you get like actual allies doing it, not realizing. Because I think the problem is like, you get a lot of fucking kids straight up who just don't know like what they're saying or doing, yet they're trying to be allies and then they just overdo it. And that's why I think you have so many kids like obsessed with cancel culture on Twitter today. Because like I saw the worst doc maybe I've ever seen in a long time about some random fucking Twitter user, like just two random fucking Twitter users with like 3K followers each posting like a 100-page Google Doc on each other. And I read it, and one of the fucking points was, oh my god, let me recall. Let me use my memory powers to remember. Beam. It was literally someone recounting an experience of them working at the drive-thru when a guy super high on weed ordered something, and then in the doc it said, "You let somebody die of weed overdose," and it's like, no, they didn't. First of all, they didn't die. Second of all, they were at the fucking drive-thru. Like it was just fucking ridiculous. It was like, am I reading bait? It was just like ridiculous. And so we've literally just raised a culture of small children who literally just don't know. They don't know what being an ally actually means, right? They don't know what being an ally actually means. And all they see is like what other people are saying. Sometimes they know what they're talking about, but like we just get so many people who genuinely just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Canceling others for not being like woke enough when they don't even know what it means to be woke enough, okay? Like you don't even know why that's problematic, you're just mad about it. some girl on Twitter, oh, you ordered Starbucks, so you're a Zionist. Yeah, like there was a whole issue. Like this was a huge issue with Niji Sanji and some of their fans, where straight up like Niji Sanji was getting canceled by their own fans. Not canceled, but like they were getting backlash from their own fans for promoting McDonald's because McDonald's is bad because, you know, like they support this thing or some other thing, and it's just like, pick your bat. They just don't know what battles to pick, you know? They're young and naive and stupid. All they see is their peers kind of like mouthing off about certain issues, and they don't understand that like they can't see the forest for the trees yet. They're just kind of repeating what they hear a lot. So you get that, or it's like, oh man. And I think that did more damage to like the woke movement than anything else.
What's that? It's a skeleton.
Kirill! Whoa! Thank you for the sub! Thank you for the spooky Halloween sub. It was so scary. My pants are thoroughly pissed. Yeah. Because it's not like necessarily that being like, I don't know, it's good to be mindful of these things sometimes, okay? But like people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just don't know what we're talking about, you know? They don't know, they're not like, they're not informed enough to participate in the conversation. It's my opinion. But they want to be, they really want to be, right? They really want to learn more about this stuff, but they just don't. They're just too young. They just don't know what they're talking about yet. They get all of they don't actually do any research, right? They get all of their opinions from what other people are telling them, and then they just repeat that, and they don't really care who gets like hurt for that stuff, you know? They're just repeating whatever they hear, and using it to hurt others because that's what they see other people in the space doing. Everybody's doing that, and that's what they've learned to do, you know? It's sad in a way. It's really sad. It's really sad. And that's why woke, I think, as a concept has been fucking like just utterly destroyed so much. Because it's been like a decade of that, of people just kind of like repeating vague opinions they hear without really like knowing what they're talking about, you know? They haven't had a chance to learn the facts or decide for themselves what they think is right, you know? And there's some right in there, you know what I mean? Like, I think basic, but they just forget basic empathy along the way. It's easy. Most of the cancel culture people only live on Twitter, so they don't know about real life. The world is not so easy. I think that's kind of true to an extent, yeah. Sad, but I think it's kind of true. Anyway, who cares about all that though? Because we're gonna be playing girls in like 30 minutes, give or take. Woke is at this point, woke is used as a buzzword and it just sucks for actual progressive things. It really does. It really does. Because I think like a little bit of woke is good. I think a lot of woke is good sometimes. You know what I mean? I think the things you should actually be woke about are the fact that like corporations are exploiting you nonstop. And I don't just mean in the sense that like, oh, they're pandering to you, okay? Because like it goes deeper than that, obviously. It goes deeper than just being pandered to, you know? Like, they're price gouging. For example, I have Invisalign, right? To keep my teeth straight, okay? And for Invisalign, I need retainers, okay? The last set of retainers I got a set of 4 for $400. And I got those around 3 years ago. Maybe, give or take. 2? I don't know. I got them some years ago. And at the time, I thought, like, holy shit, 4 for $400? That's fucking absurd. That is insane. White teeth tiger, yeah, I take good care of my teeth because I don't want rotten, smelly, ugly teeth. And I lost my pair of retainers this week, last month. I think my dog ate them. I'm not really 100% sure where they went, to be honest. They're gone. So I needed to order a new pair of retainers, and I was like, okay, well, 4 for $400, whatever. It's not ideal, but whatever. So we call in, make an appointment. You know what they tell us? You know how much it's gonna be this time? If you thought it was 4 sets of retainer for $400, you're a dumb fucking bitch. Because they wanted to charge me $500 for one new set of retainers. One for 5. Or, if I want to get a nice deal, I could get 2 sets of retainers for $800. So safe to say, like, Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. That seems about right. It doesn't seem about right. It was 4 for 400 a year ago, a couple years ago. Actually, just price gouging. It doesn't make sense. It's fucking ridiculous. Canadian prices, that's without insurance though? Nope, that's with insurance. That's with insurance. It's just a scam. It's just price gouging. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for it. Straight teeth are overrated. We want saber-tooth taiga. Saber-tooth taiga. There used to be Invisalign commercials here in America for cheap ones. Yeah, used to be, and then they increased the price. I think they got like a basic customer base, realized like, oh shit, our customers aren't coming back. We need to be charging more money, so we need to charge more for less so that, you know, we're actually making a profit when they do come back. Because, you know, we're not seeing these customers again for years. So we need to make sure that when they do finally come back, that we're getting something out of them. And I guarantee the next time I come back, it'll probably be like $1,600. It'll be like $1,000 for one set of retainers. Even though my teeth haven't changed. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm pretty woke when it comes to that, right? I think that's completely unacceptable. Filling shouldn't cost $300 each either, on top of 100 to 220-minute cleaning. Yeah, they shouldn't, but they do. But you know, when we talk about woke, we don't talk about those issues, right? We just talk about like gay shit, which is stupid, because that's like, I don't know. There's just so many pressing issues in our fucking society, and then there's so many issues in our world that we don't talk about. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that we just don't talk about like actual stuff, you know? For some people, you know, oh no, gay, like, and granted, like, there are some, like, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say it's not an issue. I'm not gonna say, you know, some of the art isn't shit, right? Like, I was complaining about the D&D stuff the other day. I think there's a new game called Vampire the Masquerade, something 2. Apparently that's, like, got the same issue that Dragon Age Inquisitions had, where it's just, I don't know, man. Woke was one black character in Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, what was it? What was the Assassin's Creed game with Yasuke in it? That was like such a non-issue, I feel. Because even as far as like if as far as the topic goes for woke games, that game wasn't even like cringe. Shadows, yeah. That game was like on the that was fine, ultimately. Like the writing was not the issue in that game. Compared to like other games that like do the same thing, you know, that make the same shift. Shadows was pretty inoffensive, all things considered. You think corporations shouldn't exploit us? That's so woke. I know, I'm so woke. Make your account and be ready. Yeah, make your account and pick out though and be ready for girls. I updated the game already. All right, I tested it. I made sure that we're all good to do the beach episode. Are you hopeful for the Black Flag remake? No. No. I heard they were keeping the same style of combat from like the RPG games. Not interested. I'm just gonna play the original. I haven't even played the original yet. I still have that. So like if there was one game I was gonna play, I probably won't. I'm not gonna pay full price just to experience an inferior version of the game. I mean, I guess I'll have a look and see if it like, hopefully it feels a little better than what they're describing, but the new Vampire has been in a development hell since the beginning. That sounds about right. By definition, more Africans arrived in Japan than white people in that period because they were servants of the Portuguese. There you go. Interesting. Well, probably, I mean, if the Portuguese were white, probably not more, but I know what you mean. Black Flag was the best in the series. If they use the RPG system, I'm going to be on the news. I guess you're going to be on the news, Toaster, because they're using the new RPG system for combat. I hate to say it, but it's true. I hate to say it, but it's true. Thank God I'm not late. Welcome, Zena. Welcome. It's such a shame. You should play the OG Vampire the Masquerade sometime. It's a cool game. I should. It sounds cool. I don't really know what it's about, but I like vampires. Vampires are neat. Vampires are neat. But yeah, I'm definitely like, I don't know. I'm like woke, but not like by the right-wing definition, I guess. Just in the, like, my eyes are open, okay? I see society for what it is. I see society for what it is and everything that comes with it, you know? You're woke, but not in a woke way. I guess. I hate using the word woke in the way that it's been co-opted. I feel dirty about doing it. It makes me feel dirty. We need a different word for woke. We need a different word for, like, that kind of woke or something. Chat, what to choose? Vampire Masquerade 1 or Fallout 1? I have no idea. This is a chat question. I've got no idea. So you're using the original yeah, I'm using the original definition, okay? I'm using the original definition of woke. But nobody knows that. Nobody is gonna understand what that even is anymore, you know? I don't want to say I'm woke and accidentally give people, like, the wrong idea. Get the unofficial patch to fix a lot of things? Will do. I'll let you know if I'm running into issues. Call yourself awake? I'm awake. I'm like fully awake.
Hello, sinner.
Taco Man, thank you for the follow. Taiga, you're a Tiger femboy. Of course you're woke. Yeah, I guess our femboys woke, chat. Woke Taiga 100% Hogwarts Legacy. I'll never play Hogwarts Legacy, to be honest. I don't... And it's not because I'm woke. Okay, it's twofold. It's twofold. I unironically do not wish to give J.K. Rowling any money. I don't want to make her any money, okay? So that's one reason I won't buy the game. The second reason is I've never watched a Harry Potter movie in my life.
Hello, sinner.
And I think wizards are gay. I literally think Harry Potter sucks, so I'm not gonna play the game. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. I don't care for the style of wizards. I think they're super lame with their little wands, and their dumb little robes. I think it looks stupid. I think it's stupid. I don't think it's cool. It doesn't interest me, so I don't want to play it. Wizards are gay, said the guy who's seen an hentai. You're right, though. I think the way they do wizards are gay. I think it's kind of overrated gameplay-wise. I think Harry Potter is overrated Harry Potter-wise, like story-wise. I don't think Harry Potter is actually any that good. And I think the only reason J.K. Rowling does get so much shit is because the fan base she cultivated, it really is just filled with like a bunch of like, you know, Tumblr man-children. And I guess, you know, women like it too. But like, I don't know. I think if J.K. Rowling didn't like amass a fan base full of, you know, those people, I guess like a very progressive leaning audience, she probably wouldn't get in nearly as much trouble as she has, okay? But she did. That's her main fan base. Those are the main people who like engage with her series, or who did rather. So, but yeah, I don't give a shit about Harry Potter, so I'll never play it. Tag is very based. Harry Potter sucks. Yeah. And it doesn't suck because the author sucks. It just sucks because I just don't care for wizards. I'm sure the movies are good though. I do like Daniel Radcliffe. I'm sure I'd watch the movies and enjoy them. I just don't think I could ever base my whole personality around that. Based? But check, please. Alan Rickman's cool. Yeah, I liked him. I like him in I loved Alan Rickman in... Oh, it's a Johnny Depp movie. What is it?
He's spooky.
Sweeney Todd, yeah, Sweeney Todd. I love Sweeney Todd.
It's a skeleton.
I love Sweeney Todd. What about Gandalf? You don't think he sucks? Oh, Gandalf is okay, I guess. He has a staff, though. He doesn't have a wand. If Gandalf had a wand, he'd be lame. If Gandalf had a wand, he'd be I'd hate him. I'd hate him. But he's got a staff, so, like, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Real wizards have staves and spell books, okay? Lame, fake, gay wizards have wands. Have tiny little stick wands. And it's pathetic. That's my opinion, okay? That's my opinion. I don't care for wands. W take, yeah, I know. Shut up, baby, I know it. I love Todd just because amazing band make amazing musical. About this. Eh? Yeah, me too. You don't like tiny wands? I don't care for tiny wands. They're not very impressive.
Hello, sinner.
I can't believe Gandalf has a staph infection. Thank you for the follow the snake 6667. 6-7. I watched the new South Park episode. I watched the new South Park episode. I'm brain rotted, chat. I'm brain rotted. I've been corrupted by the brain rot. New South Park episode was really good, by the way. I thought it was maybe one of the funnier ones. I loved it. It focuses a lot on Jesus Christ and how he's like, how his entire religion is basically being corrupted, and he's like, and everybody's just telling him like, you make fun about Christianity, bro? And Jesus Christ is like, what? No. Like, you want to go, bro? And then he's like, no, I don't want to go, dude. I don't know what this is. I just love all the characters like who are taking it, grifting off of Christianity, telling Jesus that he's not a real Christian. Really fucking funny. Good stuff. The South Park this season is so good. I don't know if it's like so good, but as the episodes focus more on the kids, it's getting a lot better. Because this episode was a little bit more about Cartman and also a little bit about Peter Thiel, and it felt a little more like the satire felt a little more timeless, and less like, hey, this is what's happening like right now, and a little more like, hey, here's some guys who have been in the zeitgeist for a while that we haven't made fun of for a while, in a bit, which I appreciate. I think those episodes age like a little bit better when, the current events aren't literally happening like right now, Just because you use modern slang, more of a Seth MacFarlane kid growing up. I was more of, doesn't mean it's automatically funny, South Park. But it was funny. It was funny. It was funny in a way. Well, it wasn't funny, right? Like, I wasn't laughing at them using 6-7. But, the kids are all saying 6-7, so it makes sense that all the kids at school in South Park would be doing it too. 100% modern evangelical Christians would not get along with actual mythos Jesus. They really wouldn't. Like, I genuinely believe they wouldn't. I fully believe they would not get along. Now remember, guys, don't forget to buy the game. If you have money, if you haven't bought the game already, don't forget to check it out, okay? Girls, 40% off. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Jesus is woke. Jesus is woke. I agree. Jesus is literally woke. Well, except for all the stoning gays part, but I feel like, we can acknowledge that that was only there because whoever was writing the Bible had a thing against gay people, right? We can acknowledge that, right? Like, do I have to treat the Bible as if it's like a legitimate historical source? Do I have to do that? Will I get in trouble if I don't nowadays? It's a storybook, right? It's a storybook, and it was just being used, like, it was cult shit. It was just being used to push whatever people in charge at the time wanted to believe, wanted to control. It was probably just as much about control back then as it was now. The Bible has been written multiple times. It's such a farce to follow that book. Well, it's, yeah, like any Bible, really, you know what I mean? everyone's always writing a new Bible somewhere. I think it's okay to use as like rough guidelines to, you know, give you some moral lessons, you know, maybe if that helps you like be a better person, I say go for it, but but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, hot take. Hot take, be good to each other. I love, the part in the new episode where Jesus is like, I don't know, look, I just think we should have more empathy and be nice to each other, you know? And then Power Christian Principle looks at Jesus and he's like, Jesus, are you a fucking bro? like, are you gay? Like, what's going on? That caught me off guard so hard. And then we got to see powerful woman, power woman. What is her name? His vice principal, power Christian woman. Strong woman, principal. Yeah, strong Christian woman. She's no longer strong woman. She's strong Christian woman. And then she's got like, all this surgery done and big old lips. I miss PC Principal, dude. I hate to say it, I miss PC Principal. He was a bit of an ass, but I actually loved him as a character. And now he's just like such a corrupted version of himself to the point where it kind of seems just evil, dude. It's sad to see him in this state, and I really hope they redeem his character before the like end of the season, right? I hope this just isn't his permanent state of being where he's like yeah, I don't know, man. I miss him. I miss the old PC Principal. I miss woke, chat. I miss woke. Maybe that's intended. Yeah, that's how they got you. I think he'll realize. I think him and his wife will realize the error of their ways before the end of the season, hopefully. But the problem is like Jesus is now power Christian. He's power Christian Jesus, and I'm scared of what that's gonna look like. I don't know, man. Damn, I think Taiga's woke, chat. I like PC Principal. PC Principal's funny. PC Principal's funny, bro. Taiga Walk is dead. Oh yeah, that was also a good episode. Sort of. But the Walk is Dead episode where Butters is trying to get Labubus. He's trying to get a Labubu for his girlfriend so that they can summon a demon. I liked that. The only problem is I think the episode had a bit of a rough ending. They need to work on their endings, you know? I don't, it's not that I don't mind, it's not that I mind the overarching like plot lines for these episodes, but I do wish that the episodes could also stand on their own a little bit more, so that I could be like, oh yeah, remember that episode where this happened? Instead of just like looking at the whole season as like a saga. The PC babies are, oh yeah, oh dude, what's gonna happen to the PC babies? Oh god, I dread to think of what's gonna happen to the PC babies if we get to revisit that. Oh god, oh fucking god. Knowing South Park, man. It's just the boring Trump jokes, they all just suck? No, I don't think so. I think the Trump jokes are a long time coming, you know? I think Matt and Trey's stance on the whole guy, on the whole dude as a person is very clear, and I respect the dick jokes. I respect the tiny dick jokes. They're bottom of the barrel, but that's what I expect from South Park, you know? They're just mean. Everybody they're just Hassan recycled though. They need to be recycled. It's the time for it, you know? Sometimes you just need to bully somebody for having a tiny dick. I wish I would get bullied for having a tiny dick more often, but you know, you take what you can get. They know exactly what it takes to get to him. Exactly. They know it's gonna get to him. No, I disagree. They're just the same recycled jokes over and over. It's boring. They could do better. Dude, they're just guys. Guys, you gotta understand. It's not funny. I think it's funny. I think Peter Thiel coming in and being like, yep, they shrunk Satan's butthole to teeny tiny size so that nobody could ever impregnate him until Donald Trump came along. I love that. I love the mythos there. It's a good tiny dick joke. I don't know. Like, it's not supposed to be highbrow. South Park was never supposed to be highbrow. And I think you're missing the point if you expect them. I don't know. It's pretty comedic. I think you're missing the point. I think you guys are thinking too hard about it if you didn't expect them to go for the low-hanging fruit. I think you guys fail to understand the charm of South Park. He's such a narcissist that they know those they know those jokes are gonna get under his skin. And they have. They clearly have. They're just being petty, and I respect it. I respect being petty. And honestly, like, yeah, they are reusing the jokes from host Saddam Hussein, but like, I think you need to understand
Sure,
why they're
100
reusing
hot a
those
small
jokes.
pee-pee femboy you wish nannies would bully you, don't you? Same.
I mean, don't we all? Thank you, Waven, for the 100 bits. I think you need to understand, like, why they're reusing those jokes, though. You know? What are they trying to say by reusing those jokes? What comparison are they making, you know? Think about it. Think about it. There's a reason they're being reused. Tried to come at Trump, which logic and reason just slides off him, but call his dick tiny 100 times, it'll get to him. Exactly, right? Like, what are they supposed to do? Make a coherent argument and be like, well, actually, like, you know, debating these people do not work. I've said this before. It's the same concept with people like Sylvie Spark. You can't debate these people, man. You can't debate these guys. They're rage baiters, okay? They're doing the most, like, heinous shit imaginable. The only thing that gets to them is, like, literally bullying them. You gotta be petty. You gotta be fucking petty. Plus, like, it's just South Park style. I mean, like, what did you expect? What'd you fucking expect? Yeah, they tried to be more subtle with Mr. Garrison and it didn't work very well. You can't argue with an idiot, even if you're right, you're wrong, and they won't back down. Yeah, I think I saw an image that I sent to Rima that I sent a while ago, but don't wrestle the pig, you'll both get muddy and only the pig will enjoy it. Now, I don't know who the pig is in this situation. It might be Donald Trump, but it also might be South Park. All I know is that South Park is coming up on top. I thought Garrison Trump was funnier than what they've been doing. I think South Park really thought Trump wasn't going to win the 2016 election, and they didn't want to sacrifice Garrison for another season. I think they got sick of the Garrison Trump bit. I think they got really fucking sick of it. I love the joke that they were like, you know, Trump was doing all this shit, the new president was doing all this fucking shit, and then they went to go to Garrison's house, and they're like, you son of a bitch, what are you doing to our town? And then Garrison's like, nothing. What's going on?
Sinner.
He's just like chilling in his house. He's just chilling in his house with his BF, his boyfriend, living his best life now. Yeah, that was really funny. I'm watching TV with Rick. Watching TV with Rick. Yeah, we played the South Park games on stream before. I definitely like the first one most. I think it's the best game. The second game, it had too many like class changes, and then you're mixing everything up too much. And I still haven't played the horror DLC though, which we should probably do. We should probably do since it's Halloween. Anyway, guys, this is I'm yapping a lot, but this is a sponsored stream. We're sponsored by Myosuke to play Girls, 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 the new Beach episode DLC. It's a free DLC, did you know? So if you buy the game, you just get the DLC for free. They've been working tirelessly on this for a while. I know that this was in talks, like, since I first played the game. I've heard rumors about this, so... make sure to buy it. Check it out. It's 40% off until November 4th. It's a great visual novel. There are 4 different, girls, if you will, that you're allowed to, lust over and, pursue. We did a non-essay route, my first ever playthrough of this game. And then on my second, we went for Hayasaka. Now, I'm not sure what route gets carried over for the for the beach episode DLC. Hopefully it's just like, I could just start from scratch and kind of do whatever I want. Because I'd really like to, I don't know. I don't know which of the girls I'm gonna pursue, but we'll see. Yes, girls, yes. This is another thing I love about this game is that the girls, in quotes, you start from scratch. Good stuff. Cause yeah, I wanna mess around. But one thing I really like, is that they throughout the entirety of the game they call all the girls girls. Like they don't call them boys, right? They don't like throw it in your face that they're boys a lot, which feels very like, it feels a lot more otokonoko culture like that way to me, you know? There's like a little bit of kayfabe to it that I think is embraced within the game's subtext that I really appreciate more so than I do for femboy culture. Femboy culture in the West is very like in your face about being a boy, to the point where sometimes they don't even dress as boys, you know what I mean? And you get a lot of varieties of styles. Traps, yeah, traps. It's true trap culture. Obviously it's not called trap culture in the, you know, the East. You get your otokonoko culture here, which I really appreciate. And I know, because I know a lot of people were complaining about that. They were complaining about the girls being called girls. But I think in a lot of ways, the West has brain rotted people to make, like, you can't call femboys girls in the West anymore. You can't, like, kayfabe that anymore in the West, because if you do, I don't know, people just start accusing you of being trans and stuff, or, you know, on both sides. You get trans people who are like, actually that's trans, and then you get, like, non-trans people who are like, that's trans, you know? They're mad about it. And I think that sucks. I think it sucks that you can't play around with pronouns and gender and shit anymore. Egg discourse, yeah, you get all the egg discourse shit, because everything is trans in the West, you know? Any way to be gender non-conforming is just being trans. There's no difference. So I like that this is more otokonoko-y. And you still have characters that are like, you know, very tomboyish in how they dress off screen, and gender is a cage, indeed. Gender is a cage. I might grab some water before we hop over. How about we chat for like 20 more minutes? I don't know, how long do you guys wanna... I feel like if we wait any longer... I don't know.
Hello,
We'll chat for like 20 minutes. Tech Daddy, thank you for the follow. Sad we can't mess anymore. And yeah, no, yeah, more. I'm gonna grab some water. And you guys can... You guys think of some topics to yap about while I'm gone, okay? I'll be right back. I gotta go upstairs, right? Okay. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I gotta go upstairs. Okay. And what do I find? There's a million stuffed cushions at the bottom of the staircase, literally blocking the door from being open. I literally cannot open the door. I don't know what my mom was thinking. But whatever. Also, not to be like overly woke, but like after seeing more and more, guys, fascism is definitely on the rise in the West, in North America. Like we're seeing the rise of something crazy. I don't know. That's my opinion as a Canadian. You're understanding that now? No, I've been understanding it. I'm just not afraid to like not say it anymore. World's going to shit. A little bit. Not, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Taiga's Canadian too? I'm Canadian, yeah. So in my professional Canadian opinion, I don't know. Rip White, yeah, I saw them tear down the entire east wing of the White House. I was like, what the fuck? That's like hundreds of years of history. Like, what? Can they do that? Like, that's insane. I don't know. It's just such a waste of money going on. Like, I don't know. Nothing going on in America is... Nothing going on in the United States of America is okay or acceptable. As a Canadian, okay? Canada has our issues, okay? But we're doing just fine. And we're not doing any of this shit over there. So you can't tell me, like, this is normal. You can't tell me this is normal. It's not normal. Everything's fine in America, trust. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'd argue there's a better use for money. That's just like one thing of many though, you know? You got ICE pulling up to people's houses, shooting dogs. Tell you, have you ever been to Quebec? I have. I've been to Quebec. I'm a Quebecer. I go skiing there not every year, but like, I've been skiing there a couple times. In Montreal. It's a nice place. It's nice. I didn't have to interact with any French people, you know, most people still speak a lot of English there. So it's nice. It's nice. Oh, we met some really nice French girls at Veld one year, from Quebec. They were nice. There were some nice French girls. Did you tap? No. No! Good vibes. Yeah, good vibes.
Hello, sinner.
I'm not much of a yapper. Or rather, I'm too much of a yapper. I feel like I'm so... Nice French women. Yeah, they were nice French women. Nice French women. Should have gotten their numbers? Nah, Veld isn't about hooking up like that, you know? Nobody who, like, gives you their number at Veld ever texts you again in the morning. I try not to give my number out because I have a really bad habit of, like, I don't know. I think everybody does. Everybody, like, you vibe so much in the moment, and then the next day you're like, oh God, I don't even know that person. Oh God, I don't even know that person. I'm not messaging them again, you know? It's super awkward when you sober up. It was the post-talk clarity, yeah. Plus, I'm like super cringe. I don't know, man. I'm like super cringe. The trick is to never sober up. That would do it. That would do it, wouldn't it? Oh man, my voice is... It's getting sustained. I'm getting some Doritos in it. Being cringe is based. Ooh. Ooh. I hate being cringe. Sorry, I like being cringe, but I gotta like acknowledge that I'm being cringe. I'm in such like an insular bubble. I don't know if I'll ever meet somebody, guys, who like gets me for me or likes me for me, you know? I don't know if that's even possible. I don't know if that's in the cards for me anymore. I just don't get out enough. Like, I would need to find somebody who like shares all of my interests and fetishes. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if it's possible. I need someone to match my freak, right? I need someone to match my freak. I need somebody who like, oh, okay. Here are my qualifications in a partner. They need to match my freak, but not like too much, I guess. They still need to be their own person, you know? They need to have their own, like, interests. Something that I can kind of, like, get into for them, you know? I need to match their freak in a way. You're a complex being. It always happens when you're not looking, yeah. So I need someone to, like, match my freak in a sense, but also, like, I want them to tease me a lot. Like, and be really good at it too. They can't just be looking for sex, all right? Because I'm not interested in just sex. I need like more of a platonic kind of thing, you know? I don't mind, like, you know, majority of the time cuddling, maybe like dry humping. Common in enough to have good chemistry, but not so much that it gets boring. Exactly, right? Like, I want, you know, yeah. And also, they need to tease me, you know? Like, a lot. I need somebody who's gonna humiliate me on stream. Someone like Nana Say. From Girls,
Hello, sinner.
40% off on Steam right now until November 4th. Sponsored. Johnny Cage, thank you for the follow. Would you date another VTuber? I would, but not like, I wouldn't go out of my way to. Whatever happens,
Hello,
happens.
sinner.
I think it would be really cool to have like another VTuber I don't know. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have somebody like make content with, like, you know, as a partner. That'd be so cool. Humiliation full time in front of everybody. Yeah, I need to be humiliated full time. You know, somebody who's gonna help me participate in Locktober and stuff like that. You know, who can do my makeup and likes to go on fancy dinner dates and see movies and watch, well, I don't know. You don't need to hang out all the time, you know what I mean? I thought you were dating us? Is that what you thought? Is that what you thought, huh? Oh, guys, I was watching a new anime last night. I was up super late watching anime last night with Shira. Just because, not on purpose, right? Shira was up, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, super dehydrated, and I was like, I'm bored. So we put on it's called Hell's Teacher or Hell Teacher or something. It's about a teacher who, like, and students, they encounter demons, and then they gotta kill the demons, and it's really cool. It reminded me a lot of like Ghost Stories, except like properly dubbed. It's apparently like a remake of an old 90s anime or like an older 2000s anime, and you can really tell because a lot of the character designs are like super retro in a way. Just by looking at their hair. Hell Teacher Nuebe. Yeah, Nuebe? I love that shit. She hates, I don't hate you guys, but I would love you a lot more if you purchase Girls, 40% off on Steam until November 4th. Favorite Ghost Stories dub moment? There's too many.
Sinner.
There's too many to love. Shinigo Rain, thank you for the 1 bit. I really appreciate it. Bum 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 bum. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. Do you guys think we should get into it? No, we have 9 more minutes. We're gonna go 9 more minutes, okay? 9 more minutes, and then we're gonna end here, and we're gonna spam the link to Picarto, and we're all going over to Picarto, okay? This should work, okay? I should be able to restream over there. I think. I do kind of wonder, like, if I just started hitting if I just hit the go live at Picarto thing. Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior? Have you accepted TaigaHolic as your personal savior? It's Jesus Christ. It's the Jesus Christ part in that line that I get tongue twisted on. If I say something else, like if I insert it with my own name, I think I can say it pretty fast. Weird. I just made an account and followed you? Good. We're gonna get freaky. We're gonna get real weird over there, guys. We're gonna get real weird with it. If I insert it, said the snow angel. I insert a lot of things into a lot of places. And I'm not, you know, not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I've gotten pretty good at it. Jesus Christ is not an easy name to say in an English sentence quickly. No, that's why I think the voice actor, Monica Rial, I think it was, she killed it. She killed that role. I gotta say she killed it. I lived on Picata before wandering over to Twitch. Oh, no way. Okay, so you're ready. You're ready then, is what I'm hearing. Ghost Stories dub is peak brain rot. Yeah, I like Hell Teacher Nube so far. I like it. Just one thing I noticed, because I love the anthology vibes of like every episode the cast has to encounter like a different like spooky demon. The only thing I got a little disappointed by the end was just the fact that every single time, instead of it being solved by like the kids trying to figure out a new way to exorcise it, and the demon, it being the demon, that Hell Teacher Nube kind of just shows up with his demon hand and like exercises it himself. That got a little samey. I think we watched like 5 episodes, and then it was like on the 4th or 5th, I was like, oh, okay, I'm noticing a trend here. You know, he kind of just solves everything immediately, no problem, which was kind of bumming me out. You know, it wasn't that interesting. So I hate to say it, but I actually do prefer that about Ghost Stories. That, you know, there's a little more variance in like, oh, this demon has to be sent back this way, and we gotta figure this out. And usually they just figure it out by consulting the book, which also isn't ideal, but... Don't worry, ghosts only go after horrible people like Republicans, and we're not old enough to vote yet! Even in the 90s, man. I am surprised that so many people are right-wing. Oh, did our stream just go down, or are we good? Did our stream just go down? No, we're good. We're still here. It went down for me, or rather, it said I wasn't streaming for like a second. I'm laying on my stomach, kicking my feet, watching you girly pop style. I love that. I love that. Keep it up. Nope, we crashed. Oh, we did crash. Did we crash? Straight up? You're lying to me. Don't lie to me. Guys, don't lie to me. I'm a little autistic, so I don't always get sarcasm. There was a blip, but no crash. Oh, there was a blip. Okay. Not crazy then. OMG, it giga crashed? Okay. Whatever. Alright guys, what do you say we get ready and oh, Taiga, what are your thoughts on what happened at TwitchCon? That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good topic before we end. It's a good one last topic. Yeah, I think Zentray's tweet put it best. I don't know. I think this is a multifaceted problem. But I think Zentray's tweet did put it best, kind of. I like Twitch a lot. I like streaming on Twitch a lot. I don't want to... I don't really have an option to move platforms, right? I can't just like go over to YouTube if I wanted to, right? For obvious reasons, right? I as much as people push YouTube sometimes, I really don't consider YouTube like a good alternative to Twitch streaming. I really don't. Kick be like, I'm not going over to Kick, right? I have no followers on Kick. And Kick has a fucking rancid reputation. For a good reason, because there's a lot of awful people on Kick doing a lot of awful shit, right? Part of the reason TwitchCon sucked so much fucking dick is because of Kick streamers, from what I hear. It's not realistic to just, like, be able to hop platforms, right? Everybody has a preferred platform, and my viewers prefer Twitch, right? You guys are all here on Twitch. Do you guys frequent any other streaming platform? No, probably not. Maybe YouTube, you know? I could switch platforms, and some people probably would switch just to watch me. That's like, you know, a reality. That's kind of a reality. But like, I think there's a majority of people who wouldn't switch platforms just to watch me. And I'd pretty much be starting over from scratch if I moved over. multi-stream. How's that a solution though? Because then I'm just splitting my viewers. Like, it's just not, no. Just no. If I'm multi-streaming, everybody's just gonna keep watching me on Twitch. Better idea. Twitch just fixes its shit. I think that's a much better idea. A much better solution is just to Twitch fix their shit, you know? Try streaming on Twitch. That's a great idea. I'll try streaming on Twitch. Has Twitter been good for streaming? Twitter? I don't think anybody actually watches my stream on Twitter. I think people see the notification that I am streaming on Twitter. They might click in for a couple seconds and then leave. Or they might click in for a couple seconds, realize that the chat function fucking sucks on Twitter, and then just come over to actually watch me. The reason I stream on Twitter is because it's just like a permanent notification that I'm live in the corner of people's feeds. So that seems like the better way to do it. That's why I stream on Twitch or Twitter. I don't actually believe anybody's watching. I don't even think Elon believes anybody's watching, because it doesn't actually count view count. He just counts total people who have clicked onto the stream to watch for a second, which right now happens to be 1K. 1K people have clicked onto my Twitter stream at some point and probably clicked off and just came to the actual stream. I just typed on the chat and it was dead. Yeah, the chat on Twitter is fucking dead. I don't think anybody uses the chat over there. So I can't just switch. Like, it's just not realistic for me. Everything I've built is here. But yeah, I think yeah, Zen made some good points. You know, they've been kind of dropping the ball. I don't think it's entirely Dan Clancy's fault, but I do agree that he doesn't seem like he's just kind of like playing the playboy right now. He's living out his bachelor dream as opposed to like actually running the site. I'm not sure he's actually in charge of much of anything. And I do agree with Zen that there's a lot of people who just don't want to call this shit out because they're up in with the higher ups on Twitch and it looks bad. Yeah, no, Dan Clancy's definitely not helping. I don't know what a new CEO would look like in this situation when we're just owned by Amazon anyway. Like, we're owned by one of the greediest corporations in the world, you know what I mean? They're just gonna keep increasing the, you know, cost of subscriptions, which is fucking $7 now? Used to be fucking $6. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll keep streaming on Twitter while I'm on Picarto, just so more people can see it. It's $10 for a month now? It's $10 for a month now? It's insane. It's insane. Like, I can't even blame Dan Clancy for all of this, right? He's just like a CEO, but he still works under Amazon, which means he's still under Jeff Bezos, which means he's still under the dude that, like, destroys unions and, you know.
Hello, sinner.
It doesn't allow their fucking workers to go on bathroom breaks, and we're fucking surprised about corporate greed. So, like, what do you do? Because I think you could replace Dan Clancy, and I think everything would still probably suck for Twitch. At least in terms of, like, price gouging and shit like that. Lying to their partners about but, like, but when it comes to stuff about, like, lying to partners about viewership, I definitely think there's, like, a motive behind that isn't just like, because like, why would they just lie, right? Unless someone's forcing them to lie. Culling the bots, but instead actually cutting actual viewers, the bot problem still remains and is out of control. Lying about tighter security, even posting about it with confidence, only for there to be large issues regarding security. I think the security thing is literally completely arbitrary. I think the security at TwitchCon is gonna depend entirely on who you got. Some people take their jobs way more seriously than others. If you go to any convention, if you go to any, like, if you go to Veld, if you go to a convention, I think if you go to these events a lot, you understand that the security is gonna depend on who you get. Sometimes you get some real fucking hard asses. I had a lady feel my fucking groin at Veld. Like, she went that far. She squeezed my bulge, looked me dead in the eyes, asked me, "What's that?" before realizing, oh my god, that's a dick, and letting me through. So sometimes you get fucking crazy people. Sometimes you get, like, crazy strict security. And other times you get people who are underpaid, volunteer staff. They've been here all day. And, you know, they've gone through some shit too. They probably dealt with some pretty fucking mean attendees, and they're just like, whatever, man. Like, go in. I don't know. And I hate to say this, but like overly strict security is not exactly how do I say? It's not exactly great either, okay? TwitchCon is merely a catastrophe this year. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure most people at TwitchCon had a good time. You know? There were some standout events, but I think those standout events were overly highlighted just because of the nature of the fact that everybody's a streamer, you know? And people love negative press. It's hard to say if it was literally as bad, but I will say, holy shit, I heard about the fucking, oh my god, TwitchCon staff in quote unquote throwing out everybody's gifts. No fucking chance, okay? No fucking chance, right? No fucking chance the staff just threw out gifts, like hundreds of gifts for hundreds of different like VTuber creators. Zero chance. Zero chance. Stolen. 100% stolen. They kept them. Yeah, they kept them. They kept them. 100%. Like, what do you mean they were stolen? Like, what do you mean they were stolen? Like, what kind of gifts were they, right? I need to know what kind of gifts they were. Because, like, I cannot imagine throwing out, like, oh, hey, here's this PSP game, or PSP, like, what, you're throwing out, like, literal, like, merchandise? Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Maybe if it was a bunch of, like, paper scraps and fan art and, I guess, like, flowers, like, maybe they would throw that out. But, like,
Hello,
if
sinner.
there was even one gift that looked like it, like, costed something, there's not a chance it would be thrown out. Not a chance. Are they good gifts? Yeah, I need more info on the nature of the gifts. I need to know what people were gifting. I guess if it was just fan art, like, I could buy it. But I sincerely doubt it was only fan art. It was probably stolen. A lot of that stuff was probably stolen. I think it was probably stolen. I don't know if the girls would have kept the gifts, TBH, since this stuff could have been bugged. Also true. Apparently some of the gifts were checked for bugs, but like, I don't know what, I need to know more about the nature of the gifts. I really do. If it was just fan art, I guess I buy it being thrown out, but I also don't buy that it was only fan art gifted somehow. Yami, welcome to stream. We're just about to end here, actually. Not end, but we're just about to move over to Picarta. We're gonna play Girls, Girls, Girls. And we can't do that here on Twitch because they removed it as a category for this stream. So we have to do it. We have to do it on Picarta. Chibiduki had a pretty bad experience with security. Yeah, I heard. I don't know, man. It seems poorly organized. Again, I don't think this is entirely Dan Clancy's fault, because, like, I need you guys to understand about CEOs. The thing about CEOs is that they aren't nearly as hands-on as we think they are, right? CEOs don't do anything. Dan Clancy doesn't do anything, right? He was not in charge of organizing any part of TwitchCon. He's just, like, the face of the brand at that point, to a certain extent. You know what I mean? That doesn't make it acceptable. And it would be nice to have a CEO who gave a fuck, but, like, CEOs don't do anything. CEOs literally don't do anything. They never have. It would be nice to have a CEO who does do stuff, but that's like an oxymoron, you know? Like, you think Jeff Bezos is genuinely in charge of running anything at Amazon? He blamed Emmy for getting attacked. I heard about that, yeah. I heard about that. Did he literally blame them, or did he say, like, I don't know. I don't blame Emmy. I don't fucking blame Emmy. That's scary. That's fucking insane. That's fucking insanely scary. It's really scary. Really, really scary. I will say, though, I think this is, like, TwitchCon, man. I don't know. It's like, it's fucking TwitchCon, man. She could have lied. She could have died. Yeah. Yeah, she could have died. I mean, yeah, if that guy had like, yeah. Who knows what could have fucking happened, yeah. I don't know why you tried to kiss her. That's fucking crazy. CEOs do a final uneducated decision on big things. Either shitty decision A or shitty decision B is presented and he points to it. Yeah, let's do that one, yeah. It is what it is. The second I saw the video, I was wondering why the guy was not zip-tied on the ground immediately. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I'm glad everybody was okay. I saw a lot of people online saying she was hella overreacting. Yeah, I definitely don't think that's the case. She definitely wasn't overreacting. It's a crazy world we live in. Somebody just can just walk up, I don't know. Like, yeah, there definitely needed to be like some, I don't know, nobody, like even the security they did have, like didn't do anything until the guy got way too close. Guy got way too close before they did anything. So yeah, I hope they figure that out. I hope they figure all that out, and you know, next year's TwitchCon can be even better. Remember that 1 year TwitchCon when the girl jumped into the foam pit, did like a little split, mid-air split, and then destroyed her fucking back? I'm so glad that wasn't me. I feel like we all just moved on from that pretty quickly, but whatever. Don't forget, by the way, chat. Girls, sponsored. The game is 40% off on Steam right now. Until November 4th. I do wonder if this is gonna start a trend of people like making things go wrong at TwitchCon on purpose, just so that they can kind of grift off of the bad PR. Because I know there are definitely people doing that. Because they had that fucking, what's that one fucking little bitch's name? He streams on Kick. He was outside TwitchCon. He's at the event at TwitchCon, just like calling everybody slurs and shit. Jack Doherty, Jack Dorky. Yeah, Jack Doherty. Like, as long as guys like that are allowed at the fucking venue, it's gonna be a nightmare. In my opinion, anyway. All right, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for girls? We're gonna end stream. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Listen up. We're gonna end stream. Okay? And then we're gonna all move over to picarto.tv/TaigaHolic. Noxy, spam the link in chat a couple more times. Once is not enough. Raid time? Nope, not raiding, because I need all of you to come watch me on Picarto. We're gonna raid myself. We're raiding into myself. We're raiding into me. We're raiding into me, okay? Noxy, spam the link a couple more times. Not just once, more than once, multiple times. Send the link multiple times. Okay? Can you do that? I guess not. Okay, I will do it myself. Hang on. Noxy, spam the link. Send multiple times in a row the link to the stream. Okay? It is spammed. No, Noxy, you sent it once. Literally, I'm losing my fucking mind. With you. Simple fucking instructions. This is why we can't have nice things. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, we're going over to Picarto. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna end, and then I'm gonna go live, okay? And then we'll be over there. All right? Good night. Goodbye. I'll see you there. Noxie was spamming it? Okay, yeah, well, it's not showing up in the chat. My chat, it wasn't showing up in. It was only sending the link once in my chat for some reason. Okay, anyway. She's trying. No, she spammed it. She spammed it. My chat widget lied to me. It just condensed it into one single message. Okay. Quick blame Noxie. All right, I'm ending stream. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can just go live. Can I just go live? Okay. I'll meet you guys over there.